So we've all heard about this get-rich-quick scheme in real estate called wholesaling. Let's talk about what is it and how does it really work. You've seen all these gurus on social media everywhere talking about how you can make $50,000 a month wholesaling. Well, technically you can, but if you're a first-time wholesaler, you likely will not. It usually takes a lot more time than that to learn the process. And I've talked to a lot of wholesalers and they've mentioned that it took them at least 6 to 9, sometimes even 12 months to get their first deal. So I'm gonna walk through how to actually do wholesaling. So there's a lot of different marketing strategies. You have to learn and pick which marketing strategy you wanna go after first. And then once you start getting deals coming into you, you have to learn how to make the sale. And then once you make the sale, you have to manage your operation. So different marketing strategies for wholesalers. You can create bandit signs on the street. You can buy commercial ads, billboards on the freeway. You can even buy TV ads if you have the money for that. You can even pay for social media ads, Facebook ads, Google ads, things like that. You essentially just want to drive traffic to your website or your phone number and have people sell you homes. Once you get that figured out, or you can also be a realtor or reach out to realtors and go find distressed assets. Once you got that figured out and you got deal flow coming in, you're going to start calling these people up and putting lowball offers. I say lowball because wholesalers technically have to make money in an assignment fee on their commissions. So they will underwrite the deal, meaning like they will look at the deal, look at what it should be selling for, and figure out where they can make a commission off of it, and then flip it essentially to another end buyer. So how to do this? Well, once you figured out your marketing strategy and you funneled a bunch of sellers into your strategy, you then start calling them. There's also other ways to do it. You can set up a cold calling system where you can set up a campaign. So you can buy leads as well. You don't have to pay for all this marketing material where you're just trying to get traffic driven to you. Actually, a lot of wholesalers who start out buy leads, or they even get leads for free. You can get free leads at title companies. You can just go to your local title company, go on your Google Maps, type in title company and drive to them. And likely they will have a list of people who are homeowners who are either in default on their home, meaning like they're backed up on their mortgage payments and they can't pay it, or they have tax liens, meaning like they have tax bills and they can't pay it. People are going through divorce, unfortunately. People who inherited homes through a relative who passed away, a parents who passed away, and they have a home and they have to pay insurance and tax on it and they don't want to do it, so they just want to get rid of it. There's all these homeowners out there that essentially don't have a way of rehabbing their home or selling it on the market. So a wholesaler can call them up and figure out a good purchase price to get from them and then essentially flip that deal. Yeah. And finally, a third way that seems very obvious to people is just go on Zillow, find realtors in your local community, tell them what you're trying to do, and they will send you deals. They're always trying to make a community, a network with other wholesalers and flippers. However, what I've learned is wholesaling kind of has a bad connotation in the market. So you don't want to necessarily say you're a wholesaler to a realtor because sometimes the buyer or the seller actually gets a little confused with it when you're flipping the contract. So you just want to mention that you're an end buyer. And through that, when you talk to the realtor, you can get the house under contract and then you can essentially flip it after that or assign it to a real estate investor like me. So quick side note, when you're starting out as a wholesaler, sometimes the buyer or actually the seller would want to get some earnest money deposit, EMD, which is basically to lock up the contract, take it off the market, and if you don't actually follow through, they can take that money away from you. So it's kind of a deposit. And sometimes the deposits are between 5, 10, 15, I've seen it up to 20 to 30,000 even, but typically it's like 5 to 15,000. You don't have that money, laying around that you can put in down as an earnest money deposit, then you can use this process called Gator lending. Gator lending was introduced by Pace Morby. Basically what it is you'll go find another investor who will give you that EMD money, that earnest money deposit, and at a certain interest rate, and then you can use that to get into your first deal. So there's ways to get in and out even without any of your own money. So wholesaling is not that complicated. If you get in there and you get started, you'll quickly figure it out. It's really just calling up people, getting a contract, having them sign it, and then you finding an end buyer. There's plenty of end buyers out there. If you go to your local real estate meetups, you'll find end buyers all over the place. There's tons of flippers out there trying to make money on flips, so it's not hard to find end buyers. The hard part is really finding a seller who's willing to sell it to you at the price that you ask for. So if you want to learn more about this and try to get your first deal, click the subscribe button or this video above and I'll give you more content.